Hey y'all, Shannon here. Um, I live in Northeast Ohio. I thought I'd give you a little bit of a walkthrough because I'm harvesting a few things today and show you some damage from the bunny rabbits. All right, let's go. Well, as you see, my irises are starting to bloom again. This is what they look like before they bloom. They almost look really dark purple. And then they bloom. And they're like this burgundy, orangish, red color. But, yeah, I noticed right here, my sunflower got ate off. And I had another one down here get ate off. But I noticed a few of my squash popped up that I planted here, and half of this leaf got ate off. But I came through and harvested a few of my radishes, because if you look in here, they're starting to bolt, and they're not bad. Some of them are a little smaller, but my peas are blooming, so it won't be much longer before I'm starting to pick some peas off of there. But I was coming over here and picking the outer leaves of my lettuce off here. Because we finally got a little bit of rain earlier, which I did water last night, just to help. But my spinach started opening back up and laying back down, so we're going to take some of this too, just the outer leaves. And then the other leaves will get bigger, and we'll take that one off. It's yellow. That one off. This one's yellow, so we'll take that off. That one off. That one off. Right, here's another yellow one. Off. Off. And these will just open back up and get bigger. And we'll take a few of these off of here. Just like that. And then take a few more there. And then we'll get a few of these here. Pick all this up. Of course, it's all going to need to be washed because it rained. Here's the little beets that I harvested earlier. See, that one didn't get very big, but if you look right here, it started to bolt. So, yep, had to come out. But we had a lot of warm weather, and not a lot of rain. But here's the broccolis. Remember this one? That was my first one. It's getting big. And then I interplanted some spinach seeds in here. Those were the spinach starts that I bought. These are the seeds from Baker Creek that I bought and planted here. They're all looking pretty good. I gotta come in and pull all this grass out. But they're looking good, getting nice and big. I'll be harvesting some leaves off of those before long. My cabbages really don't show any sign of wanting to form heads up yet. So it's kind of concerning me that they might just go to flower. But speaking of flowers, my purple potatoes have a flower stalk on them. Right here. That's a bloom. So they're getting ready to start blooming. And this is what? The 26th? The 27th? And I think I've only had them in the ground for a month and a half. So this is the only ones that started blooming. These other rows haven't bloomed yet. They all were planted the same day. But these ones are getting tall though. I ain't gonna hill them up anymore, but they're getting tall. I mean, they go from here and they go clear down to here. That's a good 1.5 feet. And they're still under the ground. Another 3 inches. Because they had really big stalks on them. As you can see, I mean, they got really big stalks on them. So I'm hoping that this experiment here will do pretty good, because if this yields me more potatoes by having these potato shoots already so big, I think I'll do it next year too. Same way. Now, these potatoes took 2 frosts. I did cover them up for both frosts, but they still did get damage. That's why this leaf looks like this, is because it took frost damage. Not because, the browns already broke off of it, but the yellow is because it wasn't getting water. But this is really one of the only leaves I have left out of the frost damaged ones. All of them took a little damage, but they're good now. The onions and the leeks here, they were in the ground when both the frosts come through. These volunteer tomatoes here, they were popped up. Didn't even have their first set of true leaves when the frost came through. I mean, I got tons of little volunteers everywhere. Now these are either the volunteer tomatoes are either the black Cherokee tomatoes, the yellow pear tomatoes, or the these little burgundy cherry tomatoes. Which they're all small tomatoes to begin with, but another tomato, more tomatoes, more tomatoes, another tomato, more tomatoes, more tomatoes, And I'm just going to leave them grow. There's a big old patch of them. I'm just going to leave them grow right here. And I'm not even going to stake them. More tomatoes. I'm just going to leave them trail across the ground. I got grass right here. So I got some landscaping fabric that I'll come in and I'll put down over the grass. So the grass don't grow up through the tomatoes. And I'll just be able to harvest them off the mat. That worked for me last year after they grew so tall that they grew back down to the ground and grew across the ground. So I'm going to do that this year. They were probably like almost 16 feet long vines. I just wanted to show you all my peanuts. They germinated and they popped. They look awesome. So right here, from here, these are the first ones I planted. Now, 3 days ago, I planted the rest of this into the top of the screen with peanuts. So, I think I planted like 30 plants, which none of them have come up yet, but as you can see, there's a lot of tomatoes and there's some clover growing in there right now. But the carrots are getting nice and tall. Nice and tall. Okay, probably like 5 inches tall now, some of them. But I do gotta come in and weed them out. Hey, they do got little... Oh, it's not gonna focus. Little carrots forming on them. So, which is this one right here is purple. So I think it's that purple Cherokee coming up. And that is not a tomato. That is a plant. A weed. Another weed. But I just thought I'd give you guys a little bit of an update. The kale's coming along. I haven't wanted to harvest any of it yet. I was still trying to give it a little bit more of a chance to... The rabbits have been harvesting this one for me. I mean, see the damage? They didn't even take that one. I must have scared it off. But one more look at the harvest. Alright. Remember, like, subscribe. See y'all in the next video.